Okay, so here's something you probably knew deep down, but you never really thought about it. But the health of your saliva can have a direct impact on your gut microbiome and overall health. It's like if you cough up phlegm, you're sick and you cough up that really nasty stuff, to spit it out because if you swallow it, it's just not good. But just imagine the little things that you don't think about that could be in our saliva that we don't really consider quote unquote bad. And again, it's like every other health issue. Over time, those things build up and can cause sickness. I'm not talking about you swallow today and then you're sick. I'm talking about things that happen over time. And here's something else that you want to know that I didn't know. I just recently found this out too. Only 57% of the bacteria species in the mouth have been named. So there are many others. 43% have not been named. And as a matter of fact, what I'll do in the description of this video is to post the links to the articles where I got this information. What I do is I look at actual scientific studies to get my information. So all of this is scientifically backed what I'm talking about today. But that's really important to know because, in other words, scientists still don't know everything about oral health and the oral microbiota. Now, here's one thing they do know that they've been studying, and that is that many diseases are linked to our oral health. I'm talking things like diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Now, how many saw that coming? How many ever made the correlation that your oral health could be linked to something as serious as diabetes and cardiovascular disease? That is really important for all of us to know of all ages. Okay, guys, so this is really interesting, and I quite frankly find it fascinating because take a look at these different health issues, and there is a potential link between these and your oral microbiome. So basically, this chart is a representation of the associations found between diseases with increases or decreases of the abundance of organisms in the oral cavity. So they're looking at these health issues, then they're looking at your oral microbiome, and they're noticing a correlation. There's more or less of some of these bacteria and fungi in your mouth in relation to the health issue. So, organisms listed in blue have been shown to be increased in abundance in the oral cavity in individuals presenting with the noted disease. And organisms listed in red have been shown to be decreased. And those in purple may be either increased or decreased, depending on the condition or progression of the disease. So I really want you to look at this and just let this marinate. Just let this marinate. Your oral health could be linked to these various health issues. Think about that. So you have Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular disease, cystic fibrosis, esophageal cancer, colorectal cancer, periodontitis, caries, diabetes, pancreatic cancer, rheumatoid arthritis. That is amazing to me. And, as I look at this, for example, let's look at cardiovascular disease. And I do see one name that I kind of recognize, and you may recognize it too. Under cardiovascular disease, you see gingivitis. I know we have gingivitis, but gingivitis, that's an issue in the mouth. Um, you know, that is very interesting to me. And it just shows the different things that are in your mouth, and they may show higher or lower. Pancreatic cancer, you have the gingivitis over there again. So I want you to really think about this and let this marinate, and it shows you how important your overall health is, as well as your oral health. Now, I will say this too. We have to really be mindful of the foods that we eat because this is hurting us in more ways than we ever imagined. And this is a perfect example of that.